This is your first time with Tenkara, or really giving Tenkara a try today. What do you think?
At first I was skeptical, but once I had some idea of what I was doing, it's like fly fishing. It's the simplicity of it, just sticking with what you got and focusing on actually what's going on in the water is refreshing. I grew up Western style fly fishing, and I'm used to having tons of different rigs that I try, you know, go from hopper dropper to just dry fly to just a 3-nymph rig, fishing with thingamabobbers and, you know, the whole deal. And so just kind of paring back and focusing on just fishing is really, that was different, very different.
Now, you got here to the stream like an hour before, or a couple hours before I got here?
Yeah, about an hour and a half before you did.
And what did you think when you're doing that by yourself?
Well, I didn't know how to tie the knots, so I just kind of improvised my knots, which was fine. I did fish with the Tenkara fly first, and I was trying to roll cast it, and that's not the correct delivery. And so I just had to kind of go back to old Western style fishing. So I tied on a hopper dropper rig on your Tenkara rod.
Did you catch fish before I got here?
I did not.
Why do you think you didn't catch fish?
Probably just not knowing the right philosophy behind fishing Tenkara. You know, I was still fishing a Tenkara rod, you know, more kind of straight ahead of me, and the line was drifting up into me, and I felt crowded by it. I felt like I had too much line out. And but then once I saw you doing it, and I saw how your delivery was more across stream and then downstream, that was when I caught fish within 5 minutes of watching you do this. We did awesome. It's like Daniel arrived and then I started catching fish. So yeah, we probably caught in a couple hours. We probably hooked up 10 fish, landed 5. So I mean, you know, very nice trout.
And the water's running a little high today, so that was kind
very
of tricky.
Yeah, very high.
Yeah,
Where you would expect today to find pocket water, there was none. So the fishing holes were few and far between, but once we got in there, and the reach, that's really interesting, is the reach that the rod gives you across moving water into pocket water that's typically across the stream and behind a rock. To be able to hit that pocket water across the stream, not have to worry about 2 or 3 current flows, was refreshing. I mean, it just allowed me to fish instead of spending a lot of time mending and recat, you know. So it was a great experience.